And let's roll that ball up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the pads of the pinky. And the thumb. And into the wrist. And across the knuckles. And let's, I think I'll leave it in the palms and let's press 3 times. Holding and releasing and squeeze. And release and squeeze. And release, and we'll go around the back. And reverse. And switch. And reverse. Switch. 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 And good, happy Monday morning to you. Let's go between the legs. Switch. 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 And switch. Leave the ball on the floor. Assess how the feet are feeling. Press down on the ball right in the middle 3 times. Move up to the knuckles, press on each going across. Rotate on the heels. Sliding across the knuckles. And then bring the ball to the top of the heel and pivot on the toes, sliding across the top of the heel. Or just below the first knuckle and press down. At the side of the top of the heel and press down. And over in the middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll down each bone. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, release, reassess, and go to the other foot. Press down 3 times. Knuckles. Spread it across. And the back of the heel. Press down on the 3 spots. Roll down the bones. And scribble. Three, 2, 1. Put the ball out of the way, reassess. Let's do some good mornings. We'll do 12. And shake the tree. Three, two, one. The center. Nice breath in, twist at the waist. Swing the arms. And center with some ocean wave breathing. Fingers and thumb, the base of the spine, step out, gather in starlight. Three times around the crown. And center. Same thing, other direction. And good morning, Ava.
Good morning.
And center. Let's walk, march, or jog. And we're going to be doing some back exercises this morning. Actually, it's the McKenzie method for what happens if you feel an acute back pain, sort of an emergency care way to get back in shape. And absolutely no squats involved in that if you want to do rapid squats. Or whatever you want to do to get heart rate up, including doing what you're doing. Be safe and careful. I think maybe I will do rapid squats. And we get some rolling in the after class, so I'm going to focus on the back with that too. So let's do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. 10. $20. And 30. Take 2 deep breaths. And interlace the fingers and raise the hands up overhead. Reaching up. Come back if you can. Back to center. Bend in one direction. And then the other. Come back to center. Lower the hands, press out at the chest. Separating the scapula. Come on down. Interlace the fingers behind the back and raise the hands up. Squeezing the scapula together. Come on back, shrug. Roll the shoulders back. And forward. Form a W, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Holding. Release. Squeeze. Release. And one more time. Squeeze. Extend the arms and rotate. Other direction. One palm down, one palm up. Flip flop. Bring your arms up, tap your shoulders and back. Tap, back, tap. Bring one arm across the body, press in on the elbow. And then the other. First arm behind the back, pressing down and in. And then the other. Throw both elbows, rock side to side. Come on down. And rotate the neck. Switch directions. Nod. Go ear to shoulder. Look up. And look down. Over one shoulder. And over the other. We'll do a side lunge. And then in the other direction. Come back up, bring the feet a little wider than hip. Hinge at the waist. Unlock the knees, drop the hands. Keep the spine neutral and the head back. Stretching the hamstrings. Come on up. Turn in one direction, then the front knee. Press back on the back heel. Turn the other way. And come on up and grab a stick. We'll do the Booyah stick today, starting with some flip-flops. And big circles. And reverse. We'll go laterally. And reverse. Bring the stick behind the back and put it in the crook of the elbows. Twist at the waist. And then extend back if you can. And come on up. And tuck in your chin. And peck like a pigeon. And then bring the stick up to the neck. Twist the body, keep the head and hips facing forward. Bring the stick up over the head, down below the waist, back up over the head and behind the body if you can. And bring it to the shoulders. and flop the wrists. And then step out to one side and push the stick down and back up, down. We'll do 5 of these. Other way. And put the stick in front, hold on with 2 hands, 1 hand or a finger or 2. Go about hip width apart or a little further. You want to maintain contact with your big toe on the ground the whole time as you bring your knees in and then out. Going flat foot, arch, flat foot, arch. Three more. 1, 2, and 3. And then you can keep 1 hand and the stick pole on the ground for balance, or bring it up to your shoulders. Go put all the weight on 1 foot, toes of the other foot on the ground, and then gradually lift it if you can. Maybe move it around if you feel comfortable doing that. And then move the stick around if you feel comfortable doing that. Three, 2, a little wobble is good. 1, and down. Same thing other side, you stick on the ground or up at the shoulders, all the weight on 1 foot. And then lift the other foot. Three, 2, 1, and down. Okay. So we're going to do some back exercises today, but I wanted to mention a couple of things about the back, and I forgot where my sheet went, so I'm going to have to rely on my porous memory for that. One is posture is so important for keeping the back feeling right. So again, you want to have your shoulders over your hips over your ankles as best you can. When you're standing, and when you're seated, I mean, we sit too much, so try to get up a lot and just walk around when you're seated. But also, we're often slouched over like this. And the best seating position isn't fully erect. I mean, you could try sitting like this and then coming up. This is a great back exercise, and we've done it a couple of times. But, you know, slouch fully and then come all the way up so that your lumbar spine is in that S shape, and then go back down and come up. Now, you can't sit like this forever, but about 10 degrees difference is the perfect sitting position, and that'll help your lower back a lot too. So you can sit down, come up, do about 10 of these whenever you get a chance, and then come back down to about 10 degrees. And think of that as the right way to sit. And also, again, get up often and move around. But if you suffer from acute back pain, this is what McKenzie recommends. And he recommends doing this like every 2 hours or 6 to 8 times a day. You get down on the ground, lie down, put my glasses off, and just put your head to one direction and just relax. And I don't think we have time to do this as long as he recommends, but what he recommends is 2 to 3 minutes, letting everything relax. It will take about a minute. And again, if you're suffering from a spasm, you want to do this about every 2 hours. I know it eats up a lot of time, but better than the pain. And then the second move would be coming up on your elbows and forearms, like so. And again, you'd hold this for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. We'll hold it for about 1. Again, I'm not a back expert, and if you're suffering from acute pain, you know, it's best to consult your medical professional. But, and the McKenzie Back Book is a great resource for further exercises once you get past this acute state. Or see McKenzie expert. And then the last one, and I don't think there are certain back conditions where you wouldn't want to do this if you have stenosis, I think, or spondylosis. But you cut into the push-up position, and you come back down. Now your pelvis is still on the floor, but you come up, hold for about 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and come back down. And the next time you go up a little bit further if you can, back a little bit further and come back down. And you do about 10 of these. 3. 4. Trying to get a little bit further back each time. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. And that is the emergency treatment. Again, his recommendation is that you do it every 2 hours or so until you're relieved of the pain. If you want links to the book or anything, let me know and I will be happy to send it to you. Today's breathing, I was going to go back to Andrew Weil's 4-7-8 breath. Let's inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. We'll do 4 rounds of that. Ready, in through the nose. Great breath to use if you're having trouble getting to sleep, feeling tense. Let's rub those hands together and form a chi ball. And let it move us around. And center, 2 breaths. And let's open our hearts. Hold on and inhale, and then exhale and send it out. And center, 2 breaths. And bring down heavenly chi. And go down, gather up chi from the earth. And ah, ah.
Thanks, Tom.
Hey, Don, you're very welcome. How are you?
Thanks, Tom.
Hey, Mira, take care.
Thank you, Tom.
See you soon, Nina. And so we've got a core group here for some rolling. I'm going to focus on the back, upper back, lower back. If you've got 2 tennis balls, grab those, either in a sock or not. I don't know where my sock went. There it is. And we're going to do the upper back first. I'm going to put the camera on the floor. And we're going to put the balls on either side of the spine, just below the shoulder blades. Now, if you want, use your roller to support your head, or a pillow, or something similar, bolster, particularly for these first 2 positions. And so the balls are on either side of the spine, just below the shoulder blades. Fold your arms across your chest, move to the right side, and make 4 circles in one direction. And then 4 in the opposite. And then go over to the left side and do the same. 4 and 4. Then move the balls up to right in the middle of the shoulder blades. And do the same thing. 4 and 4 on the right side. I'm going to move the roller away of myself just to give myself a little bit more pressure. You might find it's too much, so whatever works for you. And then over to the left side. And then move the balls up to above the shoulder blades, below the neck. This time, I think you need to move whatever you have behind your head out, probably. And do 4 and 4 again. And then over to the other side, left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other way. And then bring it out and grab a roller. So on the roller, we're going to start with the hamstrings for the back. But before I even put it there, lie on your back, palms facing up, and just notice how you're feeling. Just notice where there's any extra tension, how your spine is against the floor, whether the curve of your lumbar spine is up maybe higher than it might be, or if it's pressed against the floor, you want a little bit of curve down there, but just notice what's coming naturally there. If one side of the body is heavier to the floor than the other, take a note. And then bring the roller underneath the very top of the thighs. And what you're going to do is move your legs out and in, kind of rolling the muscle of the thigh over the roller. It's been called shearing. Keeping your back on the floor. Okay. And then hold and just let everything relax there for a minute. And move the roller down to the mid thigh. You can do the same. And then move it down. Oh, well, relax for a second. Just let it rehydrate there, and then move it down to just above the kneecap, not below the, not right below the kneecap, but above it. And same thing. And relax, let it rest. Stay there for a second while I get this notice off my screen, which you probably are seeing too. Create exception. And one more. And one more. Okay, we're back in business. Now you're going to bring the roller up underneath the pelvis. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Bring them over to the right side and do 4 circles in one direction. And then 4 in the other. And then do a little bicycle move. And then come back, bring it to the left side. Do 4 circles in one direction. And 4 in the other. Some bicycles. And then come to the middle and do 8 figure eights. And you're going to start in one direction for 4 and start in the other direction for the other 4. And a couple of figure eight, a couple of bicycles. And then move the roller off to the side and just reassess. See if anything's improved, any tightness relieved, any balance issues from one side of the body to the other resolved. And take a deep breath. And I'll see you tomorrow. What's going on here? Can't get this thing. Oh, there we go. My camera was messed up. Everybody good?
Have a good day, T.
Okay, I mean, take care.
You too.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome, Jonathan. Take care. Richard, how's that feel? You feel good?